அக்ஷய திருதியை முன்னிட்டு ஏவிஆர் ஸ்வர்ண மஹாலின் ஆன்லைன் முன்பதிவு ஆரம்பம். ஆச்சரியமூட்டும் சலுகைகளுடன்.
சவிதா இன்ஜினியரிங் காலேஜ் தமிழ்நாட்டின் டாப் 10 இன்ஜினியரிங் காலேஜ். அட்மிஷன்ஸ்க்கு வெப்சைட்டில் என்கொயரி செய்யவும்.
நிக்கி, Behindwoods கோல்ட் மூவி சேலஞ்ச் பத்தி கேள்விப்பட்டியா?
ஓ தெரியும்.
65 நிமிஷத்துக்கு மேல படம் இருக்கணும். இது ஷார்ட் ஃபிலிம் கிடையாது.
ஓ தெரியும்.
எக்ஸைட்டிங்கான கேஷ் பிரைசஸ்.
ஓ தெரியும்.
எல்லாமே தெரியுமா?
எஸ் தெரியும், எனக்கு தெரியும். உங்களுக்கு தெரியணும்னா இந்த வீடியோ ஃபுல்லா கம்ப்ளீட்டா பாருங்க. அப்படி இல்லனா
டிஸ்கிரிப்ஷன்ல இருக்கிற லிங்கை கிளிக் பண்ணி டீடைல்ஸ் தெரிஞ்சுக்கோங்க.
That's all.
Congratulate you. It's been 16 years of industry.
So the web space is definitely something everyone will at some point have to explore. And people write more shows. People write more meteor characters for women. People write more varied characters for women, not just your, typical characters which we've been seeing in cinema. Because the audiences looked up to actors so much that they just couldn't see them in a grey shade. But real human beings are flawed and we are broken and we are...
இப்போ ரீசெண்டா 𝗕𝗺𝗵𝗵 சார் இறந்துட்டாரு. அவர் நீங்க அவர் கூட அயன்ற படம் பண்றீங்க. அது சூப்பர் டூப்பர் ஹிட் ஆகுது. ஆல்மோஸ்ட் எல்லா லாங்குவேஜஸ்லயுமே 100 டேஸ்க்கு மேல அயன் ஓடுது. அவரோட லாஸ் எந்த அளவுக்கு ஒரு இம்பாக்ட் கிரியேட் பண்ணுச்சு?
We as an industry, it's a loss not just for me as an individual or him. I mean, what his family must be going through, I can't even imagine. But for us as an industry, it's a major loss because he was a visionary.
Your shoe size is 11.
No. You know how big it is, 11?
You had an injury while shooting for 𝗕𝗶𝗵𝗀.
Yes. I had a fracture in my leg.
அப்பாவுக்கும் உங்களுக்கும் நான் ஒரு க்ளோஸ் பாண்ட் பத்தி பேசுங்க. ஆனா பின்னாடி இருக்க போட்டோல அப்பா இல்லையே, அம்மா மட்டும் தானே இருக்காங்க.
This is a photo we recreated. Dad is not in the photo, but he is literally in my face all the time. My mom and I always have a fight because I'm like, my dad is right. So I know if she's watching this interview, she'll be like, oh, she started off again. So she's fed up.
சினிமா லவர்ஸுக்கும் சினிமா நண்பர்கள் அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். நான் உங்க ராஜா. இன்றைய நாள் ரொம்ப அழகான நாள். ஏன்னா நம்ம கூட the beautiful and the talented actress தமன்னா மேம் இருக்காங்க. வணக்கம் மேம், எப்படி இருக்கீங்க?
வணக்கம், நல்லா இருக்கேன். நீங்க எப்படி இருக்கீங்க?
நல்லா இருக்கோம். First of all, are you safe? Are you doing good?
Yes, I'm at home and I'm here in Mumbai with my family. So, but it's really difficult. Yeah, I mean, every day when you're listening to so many stories, that are really, really scary. I can assure you that this wave is a lot more dangerous and a lot more worse than the first time around when I had COVID, which was like in October. So, I mean, at least through your interview, I would like to tell people to, make sure that they are safe this time around because it's not just the problem that this virus is very, very virulent. This mutant is very virulent, but the problem is also that the lack of resources are, putting a lot of pressure on the healthcare system. So yeah, if you have the luxury of being at home and being have a place where you can stay in one place, then you can be as safe as possible.
True. Very true, ma'am. Thank you so much for that information. So I first want to congratulate you. It's been 16 years of industry. 2005 till here, 16 years of your industry and still going strong. That's a
Yes.
really, really, really big thing. How do you feel about it?
I feel good. I feel great. But I also feel like somewhere I'm starting afresh. I'm starting all over again. Because I feel like that is the only way an actor can truly survive. You have to let go of all your previous successes and your failures, and you have to always start afresh. Also, being able to understand, every time a new generation comes in, a new technology comes in, because everything is moving too fast. So, the only way today as a performer, as an actor, as an artist, you can survive is by, keeping up to times. So I feel like, considering we have information coming our way too fast, it's up to us to catch up.
You started from சான்சர் ஓஷன் சேரா அங்க ஆரம்பிக்கிறீங்க. அங்க இருந்து இவ்வளவு தூரம், அதாவது நவம்பர் ஸ்டோரி வரைக்குமே வரீங்க. இந்த இடத்துல இந்த 16 years of travelல உங்களுக்கு நிறைய பேர் ஏணியாக, அதாவது லேடராக இருந்திருப்பாங்க. So is there somebody you want to really remember? இந்த ஆள், okay, they really are a big part of my success, a big part of my career. Is there somebody?
I think, at the initial stage of my career, I had a lot of my colleagues were very, very supportive, and they encouraged me and they told me that, what, you'll make it. Like Dhanush, for instance, is someone who always really, always told me that, I will have a long career. I will, have, a career that will be as long as I want it to be. Now when I work with Sampath, who's from the Telugu film industry, and we're awaiting a Telugu film release called Story-Tamannaah. So a lot of creative people I worked with, even when I was very young, they could foresee the potential in me that at that point I couldn't. So I'm very grateful to them and thankful to them that at every point when I was not sure about myself, a lot of my, a lot of people I worked with actually were very, very supportive and always, spoke encouraging words to me.
Nice. That's very important for everybody, right? We actually want people who are really supportive with us.
Yes. I think, especially when you work in a creative field, it's so easy to get intimidated because most of the times you're working with people who are much more experienced than you, people who are older than you, experienced than you. So it's very important to somewhere find your own ground, and that process is always a very messy process. Finding yourself takes a while. Feeling comfortable in your own skin takes a while, and in that journey, it really matters what kind of people you interact with. Like some people really lift you up, and some people really bring you down. So to be able to tackle both of them is extremely crucial.
Yes. So now coming to November story. So how did this happen? In the November story, எப்படி நடக்குது?
So this is almost like 2 years ago when I heard the subject, and that time the pandemic was not in play, and I was just looking at wanting to be a part of the web space, and being a part of content that I like. In the international shows that we've been watching, they have such gripping content. Like you watch a show and then you get hooked on, and you want to watch season 1, you want to watch season 2. I saw that happening internationally. India also had started doing it, but regionally we were yet not there. Regional content is still, we're still yet to churn out quality content when it comes to web shows. So, when Ram came to me with this script, he is, a debutant, and this is his first, project that he's making. And he has such a gripping story to tell. Like every time, once he started narrating the story to me, the first episode, second episode, third episode, I was totally hooked on. And, crime thrillers, we've seen, I think in the web space also internationally, we've seen quite a few, but it's very difficult to write one which is not predictable and makes you engrossed in it. So I felt like this, for one, has a very interesting character for me to play, and also has a very gripping screenplay. So these are the two main things that takes to make a good show, and I think both were there on a writing level.
இப்ப இந்த ஓடிடி உலகத்துல ஒரு பகுதியா இருக்குது, being a part of the OTT world, இன்னைக்கு இருக்க ஆக்டர்ஸ்க்கு how important it is?
I think that is the only way to go. I think all of us as actors at some point or the other will explore the web space. For one, right now in the pandemic situation, that's the only way we can even be, we can also like be connected with our audiences. Like we can't go to a theater right now, right? Like there's no option. It's not like you can go to a theater and watch content. So the web space is definitely something everyone will at some point have to explore. I just felt like why not be one of those few actors who in the regional, at least in the regional space, start doing that. And that also, if that content does well, more people are encouraged to create that kind of content, and people write more shows. People write more meatier characters for women. People write more varied characters for women, not just your typical characters which we've been seeing in cinema. So I feel like this was a quest to kind of achieve all of that, but make a start at it at least.
So you've been acting since all the 16 years, and in the 16 வருஷத்துல there might have been moments, அதாவது வந்து I don't want to do this all. This character has the same trait I've been doing all this while. Give me something different. Okay, have you asked your directors, or have you gone and talked to yourself, I want to do something different? Has there been days that you want to do something different?
I think that started to happen to me after Bahubali, because I realized that I don't have to be stuck in a framework. I don't have to stick to an image. I don't have to do a certain kind of characters for my audiences to like me. I think for a large part of a lot of the previous generation and the generation before, the actors were really worried about their image. You know, I think that was a matter of concern because the audiences looked up to actors so much that they just couldn't see them in a gray shade, you know, which definitely restricts, you know, the characters you can play because the characters are always black or white. You're either the villain or you're the, you know, you're the hero. There's no in between. But real human beings are flawed and we are broken and we are, you know, there's so much of detail and there's so much of complexity in a human being. And I think we were not even trying to explore that. So it restricted us in terms of the characterizations we did. And that was how it worked. But I think times are changing and even the audience wants to watch more real, more authentic people. Not necessarily they have to be black or white. They can be gray, they can be flawed. And I feel like that acceptance that has come from the audience is actually helping makers to create more content like that.
No, okay, talking about flawed characters, நீங்க வந்து கேடில வந்து ஒரு flawed character பண்ணீங்க. அதுக்கப்புறம் all this while அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு complete ஒரு flawed character, ஒரு negative character இன்ன வரைக்கும் பண்ணல. So அது நீங்க பண்ணுவீங்களா going forward? Or
that's the thing. Like,
opportunity
I think KD was a out and out negative character that in the end turns out to be a positive one. So I still feel like there was a lot of stereotyping in that. But I feel like today there is a lot of, I think there's a lot more scope to do a more authentic character. And definitely I've never shied away from doing that. And it's only that you should find the right kind of character in the right setup. And even the language has never been a concern for me. It's not like I have to do a Telugu film or I have to do a Tamil film or I have to do a Hindi film. I've never taken up a film for that. I've taken up projects because I felt like they were good subjects individually. And then, you know, if the Tamil market is where it's suitable to be showcased, then so be it. Or whatever, like whatever worked out in whichever arena.
இப்ப நவம்பர் ஸ்டோரி ட்ரைலர் பார்த்தோம்னா அதுல வந்து தந்தைக்கும் ஒரு மகளுக்கும் உண்டான ஒரு நல்ல ஒரு ரிலேஷன்ஷிப் இருக்கு. அந்த ரிலேஷன் தந்தைக்கு மேல ஒரு கேஸ் ஒன்று விழுது. அந்த கேஸ்ல இருந்து நீங்க காப்பாத்துறதுக்கு நீங்களாவே வந்து ஒரு ஸ்டெப் எடுத்து முன்னாடி போறீங்க. So in real life, how important is a father and daughter relationship?
I think it's a very you know, it's like nature. You naturally, like, men are always more closer to their daughters is what I think. Like, I have a very close bond with my father. He's always been a very strong part of from my career to my personal life to everything. You know, my parents are extremely involved in my life. So and I feel very lucky to have that bond with my father. And I think most girls have a very strong association with their father. And I think what November Story really let me explore was, when we are kids, we need our parents to look after us. But the age I am at today, or what Anuradha is in the show, it's a very pivotal age because slowly your parents start becoming like kids because they need the support now. They need you to be there. You know, it's the other way around. So it's a role reversal of sorts that's happening. And I feel like November Story has showcased that so beautifully in a, you know, in a thriller setup. And I think I really relate to that because, you know, I'm of the same age that probably Anuradha would be. And I can understand her quest. I can understand her angst when her father is in a difficult situation like this, because you can't see your parent go through something like that. So you will do anything, you know, and literally anything to make things go okay.
So I have a question. எனக்கு ஒரு question ஒன்னு ஓடிட்டே இருக்கணும்னா, அப்பாவை பத்தி பேச ஆரம்பிச்சதுல இருந்து அப்பாவை பத்தி பேசுனீங்க, அப்பாவுக்கும் உங்களுக்கும் உண்டான ஒரு க்ளோஸ் பாண்ட் பத்தி பேசுனீங்க. ஆனா பின்னாடி இருக்க போட்டோல அப்பா இல்லையே, அம்மா மட்டும் தானே இருக்காங்க.
So this is actually, I'll show you this photo. This is a photo we recreated. It is actually one of my childhood pictures where me and my brother and my mom are in the same quilt, this blanket. So we still have the blanket.
Nice.
So this must be like some 32 years maybe. It's as old as my brother. So he's my elder brother. So it's like as old as him. And yeah, so we just thought, let's recreate the photo. So we recreated the photo, and of course now it's in my room. My dad is not in the photo, but he is literally in my face all the time, and I love that. And my mom and I always have a fight because I'm like, my dad is right. From the smallest thing to the biggest thing, and my mom just hates it. So I know if she's watching this interview, she'll be like, oh, she started off again. So she's fed up. She hates the fact that everything my dad is right and she's wrong. So
Nice.
I have
I'm very happy. I'm very happy. Being a man, I'm very happy. Okay, fine. Usually definitely mothers are godly creatures on earth. That அது கண்டிப்பா நம்ம எல்லாரும் அக்செப்ட் பண்ணிக்க வேண்டிய ஒரு விஷயம். ஆனா தந்தையுமே வந்து ரொம்பவே வந்து அவருமே ஒரு godly creature தான்.
If you have a daughter, then you're a lucky man.
When I get married, I would love to have a daughter.
Yes, you should. You should.
I will. உங்களோட favorite series, English series?
My favorite, I think I really like Lucifer.
Nice.
You. I don't know if you've heard You. It's another show, and I've been watching that. Really liked it. Yeah, so I think these two are the recent ones I've really liked.
Okay.
And I've binge watched.
Nice. Any Indian series that you liked?
Indian series. I haven't seen too much Indian content.
Yes, I gave a tough question. Yes.
No, I need to make that content. That's why I'm in the quest of making that kind of content. The ones I want to watch.
Wow, nice. That's a brilliant answer. I wasn't expecting that. I expected panla. Nice. So, இப்போ ரீசெண்டா வந்து 𝗕𝗺 ஆனந்த் சார் வந்து இறந்துட்டாரு. அவர் வந்து நீங்க அவர் கூட வந்து அயன்ற படம் பண்றீங்க. அது சூப்பர் டூப்பர் ஹிட் ஆகுது. ஆல்மோஸ்ட் எல்லா லாங்குவேஜஸ்லயுமே வந்து 100 டேஸ்க்கு மேல அயன் ஓடுது. அவரோட லாஸ் எந்த அளவுக்கு ஒரு இம்பாக்ட் கிரியேட் பண்ணுச்சு உங்களுக்கு?
I'm in disbelief. Yeah, I really still can't come to terms that he's no more, because he was gone too soon. He was too young, and I just feel, he of course is one of the most memorable filmmakers I have, because he noticed me when I was still a newcomer and I hadn't done so much work. And my working experience with him only like paved the way for me to make better content and to, be a better actor. So yeah, whenever I open my Instagram, I actually can't understand how could have, this happened. And this, for me, I'm still kind of just coming to terms with the fact that he's no more. I am still in disbelief, actually.
So, just imagine a situation. If 𝗕𝗺 ஆனந்த் sir is able to hear whatever you're speaking now, what would you say to him?
I would just be like, I just hope he's in a better place than what we are in. And it's just, we as an industry, it's a loss, not just for me as an individual or him. I mean, what his family must be going through, I can't even imagine. But for us as an industry, it's a major loss, because he was a visionary, and he really, the techniques he used from his cinematography days to what he's done as a filmmaker. I really wish we could have had more of him and seen a lot more amazing, stories and films had he been there. So we really miss him. I think that's something I'd want to know. Really, really miss him.
I miss him too. So it's just going to be yes or no questions, and you'll have to answer them. You like to play badminton?
Yeah.
You don't like milk chocolate? Sorry, you don't like chocolate milkshake?
No, yeah, I don't drink dairy. Yeah, I don't.
Your shoe size is 11.
No. You know how big it is, 11? I mean, you will not fit in 11.
No, I'm just
It's really big, yeah. 11 is very big.
You had an injury while shooting for 𝗕𝗺𝗵.
Yes, I had a fracture in my left hand, yeah.
Okay. You prefer a destination wedding?
Yeah, why not? If I have an option, then destination it is.
You have badly scolded your co-star?
No, never.
You love night shoots?
I hate night shoots. I hate it. I cannot stand night shoots.
You are a single take artist?
On a good day. On a good day, I am a single take artist.
Okay, you like butter chicken or fish fry?
Butter chicken.
Nice. Thank you so much, Sama ma'am. It was a great pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.
November story பெரிய சக்சஸ் அடையணும். Be safe. and please keep doing many more good movies.
Thank you so much. I will try my best.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
Thank you.
താരാ ബിഹൈൻഡ് ഷോർട്ട് ഫിലിം കോൺടെസ്റ്റ് ഈ വർഷം ഉണ്ടോ?
பிஹைண்ட் ஷார்ட் ஃபிலிம் கான்டெஸ்ட் இந்த வருஷம் கிடையாது. பட் அதுக்கு பதிலா பிஹைண்ட்வுட்ஸ் கோல்ட் மூவி சேலஞ்ச் அப்படின்ற ஒரு விஷயம் புதுசா பண்றாங்க.
மூவி சேலஞ்சா? அப்படினா
எடுக்கிற ஒரு படமும் 65 நிமிஷத்துக்கு மேல கண்டிப்பா இருக்கணுமா?
65 நிமிஷத்துக்கு மேலயா?
ஆமாடா, இது ஷார்ட் ஃபிலிம் இல்லல்ல.
சரி, அப்படி எடுத்துட்டா
எக்ஸைட்டிங்கான கேஷ் பிரைசஸ் இருக்கு. First prize 10 lakhs, second prize 5 lakhs, third prize 3 lakhs. இது மட்டும் இல்ல, இதை தவிர ஸ்பெஷல் மென்ஷன் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி 10 பேரை செலக்ட் பண்ணி அவங்களுக்கு 2 lakhs கேஷ் கொடுக்குறாங்க.
அப்போ டோட்டலி 13 அவார்டா?
எஸ், 13 பேருக்கு எக்ஸைட்டிங்கான கேஷ் பிரைசஸ் இருக்கு. கிளம்புறியா?
எடுக்கிறோம்.
அவன் எடுக்கிறது இருக்கட்டும். உங்களுக்கு இதை பத்தி மேலும் டீடைல்ஸ் தெரிஞ்சுக்கணும்னா கீழே இருக்கிற டிஸ்கிரிப்ஷன்ல இருக்கிற லிங்கை கிளிக் பண்ணுங்க. எடுத்துருவான் போல இருக்கு.
அக்ஷய திருதியை முன்னிட்டு ஏவிஆர் ஸ்வர்ண மஹாலின் ஆன்லைன் முன்பதிவு ஆரம்பம். ஆச்சரியமூட்டும் சலுகைகளுடன்.
சவிதா இன்ஜினியரிங் காலேஜ் தமிழ்நாட்டின் டாப் 10 இன்ஜினியரிங் காலேஜ். அட்மிஷன்ஸ்க்கு வெப்சைட்டில் என்கொயரி செய்யவும்.